I was about to go to sleep and I saw this. Sorry, I look gross. I was about to go. God, I have like my garbage Chromebook here. So I have thoughts on this, right? Because I'm a huge Splatoon fan. Been playing since launch day of Splatoon 1. Love it, right? I think Splatoon 3 has a lot of the same problems that 2 does. Right? I'm gonna 2 with some of its own, mind you. I'm editing this right now, and there are gonna be a lot of cuts. Okay, so my first thing is like they don't really introduce that much in the updates. It's going off memory, but like the Kraken Royale was new. I think the Triple Wind Strike was new. Super Chump, Splatter Color Screen. Was Triple Splashdown new? I don't remember. But okay, so like let's look at Splatter Color Screen. There's 2 weapons with it. They're still releasing this new Inkstorm weapon right here. They're still introducing weapons like the Inkstorm. It's been there since launch, right? So like unless they entirely focus the Splatter Color Screen, it's gonna be disproportionate, right? We're not gonna have as many weapons with the Splatter Color Screen as we'd have like the Inkstorm or whatever, right? And so like that's weird, and it's like, could we not like let's launch with all the like subs and specials already there, right? Like we don't get anything new. Yeah, maybe that's less exciting for each update, but I think you end up with better weapon variety at that point, right? Because you can still introduce new weapons in updates. You just don't have like the weird issue of like, okay, we introduced this new special, and it's now we kind of have to like totally focus on releasing weapons for that one, because if we don't, then it's like disproportionate. Here's another issue that I mainly notice coming back to the game when I've taken a break, and it's the map design, right? So like when the game launched, I'm pretty sure there was like a big thing where it was like, okay, so like here's Mincemeat Metalworks, right? And so that's like, how do I change the color? You kind of just like go this way, or you can be like, oh, let's go there, and then you're there, or you're like, oh, let's go, and then you're there. A sniper like right here, like has a pretty clear line of sight to any of you. It's hard to tell like the topography of everything, so maybe not everyone. Hey, so I explained this terribly. My point is just like, if you're losing, there's no like alternate path to get out. No matter what, you're like going to the same spot where you can easily be picked off. I don't play Splatoon competitively. I play it for fun. So like, I don't know. But there are other videos on this, right? I don't know. Maybe they fixed it. I don't know. Okay, but hopefully that was cut down, because I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out how to draw on that map, and I don't know, maybe I cut it all out. Like Animal Crossing New Horizons, in my opinion, still doesn't have enough content, but like it's got like a passable amount of content at this point, right? It should have been this way at launch, and also they should have still added updates later. I could make a whole video about my frustrations with New Horizons. They released the game with very little content and then promised updates, but then the first year the updates were there for like just kind of like, oh, so you don't get, people can't time travel and spoil what the Christmas event is or whatever. And then after that it was like kind of radio silence for the most part. I don't think year 2 we got very many updates at all. But like, whatever. Okay, this isn't about Animal Crossing. It's a whole separate thing we could talk about there. But it's a similar issue that Splatoon 3 has, and Splatoon 3 is worse, I would say, right? Like, at least New Horizons was the first Animal Crossing game on Switch. Splatoon 3 has 2 to compete with. The way Splatoon 3 should have released its content, as someone with like, I don't know marketing, right? Like I don't actually know like if this would work, but like there has to be a better way than what they're doing now, and this is what I think would work. You don't introduce any new specials or sub weapons past launch, right? Like all the ones that they're like, oh well, we'll release these and updates, just do them all at launch, okay? Then like you have the full roster at the start of subs and specials. And you have more to work with when you're releasing new weapons, right? Because if you introduce a new sub weapon or a new special in like the last 2 or 3 updates, there's gonna be like no weapons that utilize it. So okay, step 1, don't release any like subs or specials later on. Release them all at start. Step 2, I think, is probably have more differences from Splatoon 2 to 3, right? So, okay, so, like, what did we get What was even new between 2 and 3? The bow. I don't think new weapon types are like new enough. Cause like you can just introduce that in an update to 2 if you want. The new spawn method is cool. I like that a lot. And it's very different. Like that wouldn't really fit in an update to 2. Okay, we're on IGN. Everything new in Splatoon 3. That doesn't count. It doesn't matter. Like, it's fun. It's a cool addition. It's nice. It's a good story. No, don't. Why do you want this? No. Squid Surge and Squid Roll. New things. Arguably could have been added in an update or DLC. But, like, new things, new mechanics. That new stages don't matter. I want to clarify, when I say stages don't matter, I mean, like, they could be added in an update. Like, they're not a reason to make a new game. All right, the new Splatfest method, like, you get the new idols with each game, and Tricolor doesn't work without 3 idols, right? Okay, fine. Okay, Salmon Run changes. What we got? Like, I mean, like, that, they could have these are all, like, in this game, they add new bosses in updates. Like, it doesn't... Okay, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of new stuff in 3, right? Most of it could have just been added to 2, though. Like, there are definitely things that only would work in 3, or wouldn't make sense to not be in just a new game rather than an update. But it's like, it's not that much, and it's on the same console. That's the big and like when it released like end of 2022, we're almost certainly getting a new console in the next year or 2. It's just like Splatoon 3 released like late enough in the Switch's lifespan. Not only would releasing it later on the Switch's successor, not only would it then not be like, oh, the second Splatoon game on the console, but it also would have given them more time to add more new features. I don't know how I'm going to turn this into like a coherent video. It doesn't matter that much. It just has to be like short enough that it's not a pain for you to watch. Oops. Whoa. Nintendo doesn't know how to make games